Yeah, no, and especially if other ones
with Ron Paul. So Ron Paul gets going, and it's got legs. They keep it under control. They've already decided that Obama's going to be president. There's a book by Phyllis Schlafly.
I realized with Ron Paul that the internet wasn't as powerful as I thought it would be.
So that tells you that he's cooperating.
Gracias.
Dan, I don't know if he's just new at this or whatever, but...
And see, yo no.
Go ahead, I interrupted you. I interrupt people too much, sorry.
No, I do the same thing. It's because we're excited, okay? I mean, I interviewed Harvard Business School, and he's trying to sell me on going there. So, that's, George, we're going to have tons of fun together. But the Ron Paul thing, so they decide that Obama's going to get it. And if he gets killed or whatever, then it's going to be Hillary. They've got backup plans. So Ron Paul, they let it kind of get out there and get interesting. And then if it looked like he was going to win the election, all of a sudden he'd have an accident or he'd get sick or he'd have really negative coverage. So when he started going, they let it go because they want division here. They want to see what's going on. But once he gets a certain threshold, then they started naming him in the presidential elections.
Yeah, they cut his legs out.
Absolutely. They would ask him the worst questions, and he would do so well, all things considered, that you go on the internet and there'd be like the clip of Ron Paul, and it's the only part of the debate I would watch.
Yeah, me too.
And so I think they were surprised about how the Constitution supported Ron Paul. So the bottom line is these conspiracy, evil men have taken over the media. They've taken over the Federal Reserve, of course. That happened in 1913. They kept trying to do it. I brought my like DVDs. I'm going to give it to you. But they want to control. They don't believe in freedom. They don't believe in the Constitution. And so that's why I knew Ron Paul wouldn't get elected. They control things a step. They would execute him for sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
The bottom line,
of course,
is you and Vision Victory. We're just instruments in the hands of God.
Yeah.
And
wow, that's big.
It's true.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
And we come from different religious backgrounds, and it's for a reason, because when the Constitution saved, just like the Founding Fathers, they weren't all like Wesleyan or all Protestant. I mean, they were all kind of pretty much Protestant. But, they had different religious beliefs, and they made common cause and founded America.
Yeah.
But the Constitution is going to be saved by people that believe in God. And God's about freedom. And the dark force is about control. So the dark force is in charge now. This is their big party time. They're rocking it. I mean, I cannot believe Obama. Centralized health care, youth service, everything.
He is way far left than what his campaign was.
Oh my gosh, I know. I mean, the Obama deception, you're right, that's fantastic. And that's great that that's getting out there. It's getting to all those people. But there's still people that don't even know how Alex Jones is, man.
Do you know what the scary thing with what's happening with Obama? Right now he has tons of confidence because his bailouts mean something because the dollar's strong. What's going to happen when the dollar is here? I really want. You probably already have this thought. But what happens when Obama sits up in front of that podium and they say your $1 trillion bailout means nothing, Obama? The dollar's crashed. Here's what my thought is. Obama is going to be uncomfortable. So he is going to turn to the next source of his power, which is, if the dollar isn't his power base anymore, he's going to turn to the next thing that he does have power over. That's the largest military presence in the world. When I tell people that, I mean, I was telling a guy last night, I go, think about Obama. He's not going to just sit there like a limp, whatever. He likes to be confident, He wants to be in charge. So, what he'll do with the military, I don't know. But I know for sure he'll do something with them.
And there's division in the military. There's people like you and I in the military.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I think they'll do anything Obama tells them to do.
Yeah, thanks.
He's the chief of, he's the head...
Commander-in-Chief.
Yeah, he's Commander-in-Chief. They have to do what he says.
Yeah, it's
for the good of the economy, we need to do this. We need to attack Russia because they've destroyed our dollar. We need to assert our control in America. Whatever it is. I don't know. But I just don't see him sitting back and doing nothing.
No, but there's people, you probably believe there's people telling him what to do, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. There are. I didn't even think about that.
There is George and...
The Bilderbergers, Rockefellers, and the Rothschilds. That's right.
in the CFR and stuff like that. And then there's families above them that are not public.
Yeah, the bankers.
So think how I've done.
You've been through the dark times.
No kidding.
That's funny because when I started doing YouTube videos, I was going through dark times. I was going through because I was changing from the executive lifestyle to survivalism.
It's the best. I mean, there's the guy, and you're like, people can tell you're personable and you can run an office, and there you are streaming from your tent. It's like, what? This guy crazy? I think he's for real.
I am for real. And
I know.
But for a 4-month period, I was taking something called Ativan, which is a anti-anxiety medication. You're only supposed to take it for 2 weeks, but I was prescribed it for 4 months. And I was supposed to take 1 pill every 2 days or something like that. I was taking 2 or 3 a day, and it actually, it doesn't just, it messes with your central nervous system. Incredibly messes with your central nervous system. And I didn't even read up on it, but after months of taking this, my body went into unbelievable withdrawals. I mean, it was ungodly. It was what I try to explain to people. I go, imagine tumbleweeds all inside of your body and thorns inside of your mind, where every thought hurts and takes you to a dark, deep place. I go, that's where I was. And then at the worst parts of it, your mind goes to such dark levels, it's almost like Satan himself is sitting next to you, in your ear, 24/7, in everything you're doing. And you have to become at home with that darkness. And I understand why people take themselves out. And then when I finally realized, thanks to my dad, he really helped me, I realized that my body was actually physically addicted to this. I had to go through, like the Ray Charles, the movie Ray, where he's in the room and he's like throwing up and going through withdrawals from heroin. That's what I had to go through. My body was actually on fire. My hands were tingling. I was, it's like it's like the movie. And that was all prescribed meds.